It's come to our attention at the medical center of all medical centers that a lot of people don't know about progeria. So here's a public service announcement to teach you and your families and new mothers about what progeria is, to hopefully alert them and let you know if your child may be suffering from it. So what is progeria? Progeria is a rare genetic disorder that causes children to age rapidly. And these children appear normal at birth, but as they age on, from about ages 1 to 2, you can see symptoms or sign that they may have this disease. And that's one of the most sad things about it, is that your child appears normal, but as they age on, you realize that they have a very bad illness.
Progeria is an autosomal dominant condition, and this means that when there's one copy of the altered gene in a cell, it's significant enough to overpower the other one and cause a disorder to appear in the phenotype of the person. It's caused by a single gene LMNA mutation, and the defective lamin A proteins make the nucleus unstable. The cellular instability appears to lead the process of premature aging in patients with progeria.
The countries with the most cases are Brazil, India, Japan, Peru, Turkey, the Philippines, Portugal, South Africa, and the US. 1 in every 4 to 8 million people have it, which is not a lot, but it's a very serious illness, so it must be discussed. How do you know if your child has progeria? Symptoms are things that a person experiences. These can be slow growth, hair loss, short height, narrowed face, small lower jaw, thin lips, beak nose, head disproportional or large for the face, wrinkleness or dryness of skin. And signs, which are discovered or a doctor can see them, are delayed tooth development or failure for teeth to develop normally, enlarged head, high-pitched voice, hearing loss, incomplete sexual maturity, joint stiffness, loss of muscle, arthritis, taut skin, visible veins. As I said before, these happen from about ages 1 to 2, and these symptoms are very serious.
People with progeria have health issues that include some hearing loss, fragile bones, stiff joints, insulin resistance, loss of fat under the skin, and loss of muscle mass, hip dislocation, and hardening and tightening of the skin. Obviously, these things are extremely uncomfortable for somebody to live with every day and affect people daily.
If you think your child may have some of these symptoms, you can bring them to the doctor's office and have them diagnosed through genetic testing. If the doctor suspects they have progeria, they will genetically test them for the LMNA mutation to confirm the diagnosis.
Unfortunately, even with treatment, somebody with progeria, their conditions will worsen over time and end in death while they're very young. While there's no way to prevent progeria, there is still treatment. While there are no known cures for progeria, there are treatments. Low-dose aspirin, therapy, and extraction of primary teeth because of the teeth decaying can help. Some related conditions are dwarfism, alopecia, which has to do with hair loss, and malnutrition. Sadly, the average life expectancy of people with progeria is 13, which is very young. There are very few cases in the US, but still this disease affects families and their children very greatly. Interesting but not fun facts about progeria include the oldest survivor lived till 29, which is crazy compared to the life expectancy of 13. Her name is Margaret Casey. The brain is not affected, so the cognitive ability is still intact, but only the body is affected. And this is very sad because the people who suffer from progeria know that they're dying, and they know they're dying young. Progeria affects both boys and girls equally, and it's not more common in any race or any gender. And the skin, musculoskeletal, and cardiovascular systems are greatly affected. Thank you for listening to this public service announcement. I hope you learned something, and if you do think that your infant is suffering from progeria, please take them to the doctor and get them genetically tested.